Hello. Hello. How are you?
Hello.
I was so
Good. How
happy
are
when
you?
I saw your RSVP today.
Yay.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Good, and you?
Good. I'm gonna wait. Well, it's not 7:30 yet. A few minutes because I think we have like 10 RSVPs this time. Hopefully everybody signs up.
Oh my God, so I got the email yesterday to RSVP, and I'm like, I already RSVP. And I'm like, no, what's happening to me again?
Christy missed the last one and she messaged me right when it was done. Like, I thought you had RSVP to this.
And then I found the Zoom link. I'm like, oh, okay, I did. I knew I did.
Did you guys like the book? Well, I guess we can wait, maybe. Let's wait. Don't tell me yet.
Tina can't make it.
Huh?
Tina wasn't able to make it.
Aw.
She didn't read the book.
How are you, Rhonda?
Good. Kind of crazy, busy.
I saw you've had a big anniversary.
Yes. Yeah. Well, this is, Metro's 20 years, and
Crazy.
and then it's. I mean, yeah. It's we've survived COVID.
Christy, Rhonda runs a magazine in Tampa.
Awesome.
And originally met Michelle on a press trip how many years ago?
Like 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah. It's been a while, but it seems like a lifetime.
I know, because we haven't traveled in a while. At least I haven't. Huh?
Well, I haven't either. Are you working for that doing that remotely?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They closed our physical office last March.
Okay.
We were like about to renew our lease and they're like, let's just wait and see what happens. So we're all remote now.
Okay. How do you like that?
It was weird at first. I freelanced before I worked here, so I didn't want to go back to that feeling of like not having coworkers or not talking to anyone, but I think I've gotten used to it. It's worked better than I thought it was going to work.
Oh, that's good. Do you like check in every day, or how do you stay connected?
We have a group text with like the team that I work with often, and then
tomorrow. Yeah.
I know you teachers get a break now.
I know, thank God.
I want a break.
Here. I heard your friend is leaving Cove.
Yes.
Yes, she's gonna go with the boys.
Yes.
So, I love it.
Oh, we lost somebody that was on. See anybody else? Okay, so should we start with what we have? So, luckiest girl alive.
Yeah.
Did you guys like it? Did you not like it? Overall thoughts first.
What do you guys? I don't want to go first.
Anybody want to go first?
I enjoyed it. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say paper, rock, scissors is going.
Go, Rhonda. Go. You're not shy.
Oh, well, I liked it. It's it's funny because I think I've read it before, like several years ago, because I think it's an older book. And when I got my friend Julie to join the group, and which was my college roommate, and she's like, and she's a librarian, so she she was a journalist, but for the Post forever, but then she went back, got her master's, and is a librarian, and she's like, I've already read that book. And so then I looked, it was 2015, and I'm thinking, it's really familiar, but I reread it.
I picked it because it's currently being made into a Netflix series. So I follow the author on Instagram, and apparently it will be out in 2022.
Okay.
They're in Canada now, finding or doing the cast and starting to film.
Okay. So I enjoyed it. I reread it. It kind of like it got like kind of long in the middle. So at first I was like, okay, enjoying reading it, and then I was like, there was a lull. And so then I found I didn't want to pick it up, but then I'm thinking, oh, we're getting near the end where we're going to do the book club. So I need to finish it.
To be honest, I finished it today.
Oh.
No.
Yes, I struggle with books that like talk about high school things. So like the beginning part, when I got to it, I was like, oh, I don't want to read about them in high school anymore. And I just put it down for a while, and it took me till like this weekend to pick it up again.
Well, I didn't even think it was like about a high school book when I first.
I know it is.
I thought it was about a wedding and socialite, like
so did I.
People in New York. I'm like, oh, one of these, and I was like, still the wedding and still this girl, like, what's gonna happen? And then I kept reading, and I was like, oh, something's gonna happen. And then I kept reading, and it wouldn't happen. I'm like, just tell me already, like, what's gonna happen? Because I knew it was gonna be really bad, But
I think it could have been shorter.
Yeah, I think it could have been.
There's just there gets to a point that you're just like, okay, like what's happening? What's the secret? Let's just get to it. And then there's just, I don't know. It's not. It was good. But it wasn't very smooth.
Yeah, it jumps back and forth and back in time and forth so many times.
I feel like some parts they're like for you to understand, but it doesn't like spell it out. Like at the end when she called off the wedding, I literally texted a friend of mine. I'm like, she called off the wedding because we didn't get his reaction. They kind of allude to it because she suddenly leaves to a hotel in the middle of it.
Yeah, I found that weird too.
And yeah, was her maid of honor in on it? Like, was her plan to leave him to get to this point? Were they at the wedding or at the rehearsal?
I know. I thought it was like the wedding day. I was a little bit confused in that part.
I think it was the rehearsal dinner. And I mean, I was kind of, in a way, I was shocked that she called it off because everything was about having this perfect little life with the perfect husband, with the big ring and, her perfect, haircut and her perfect clothes and everything was like perfect.
Running and trying to fit in that.
Yeah, be a size 0.
Yeah.
Which,
not to interrupt, but just because I let some new people in. Welcome, Susan, and we're just all giving our overall thoughts on the book now if you want to chime in at any point. Okay, go on. I think that her whole like perfect little square was also to make up for all the disastrous experiences she had too.
Yeah, when I got to the first one, I was like, oh, so this is the thing?
Yeah, and then it was just like a tiny part of it.
We're gonna make a documentary about this, but the husband doesn't want him to talk about it, so it's got to be something else, I'm like, okay, so this is not the thing. This is bad, but it's not, the actual school, incident.
Yeah, I thought the documentary was going to be about the rapist. Like
me too. Like
me too, yeah.
Documentary with the kids in high school that she left like the tape and it's all about, kids and bullying and rape.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shooting was a curveball. Like, where did this come from?
I was not expecting that at all.
Not at all. That was a huge shocker to me.
But thinking about the title, Luckiest Girl Alive, you think, yeah, her life is perfect. She has the guy, has her, she's fit, has all this, but she's still not happy and she doesn't feel lucky. So it's all like fake.
Exactly.
Well,
or even she's looking for somebody that really like feels her pain. Like that's hard to like connect with somebody that actually feels what she's going through. Like I feel like her husband, he was good about it, but he didn't want her to talk about it, or he didn't want her to, So I think that kind of, was at the end like, nah, he gets it, he accepts it, but he doesn't really understand.
Welcome, Alexandra.
Hi.
Now that you mentioned the husband, that was going to be one of my questions. What did you all think about him and his role in her story?
The fiance?
Yeah, well, yes, the fiance. Sorry, I said husband.
Okay. I'm like, did they get married and I missed that?
Luke, what did you think about Luke?
Well, I think he's kind of a selfish person. He, wanted his perfect little life, and she fit into that. She was going to, she looked the part, she, dressed the part, she had the job. Although, when he decided that he wanted to move to London, he really didn't consider her feelings at all. So I think, he wanted someone, just the perfect little wife that would, do and say what he wanted without really regard to her feelings, her career, her past that greatly, obviously influenced on who she was or pretended to be.
I agree. I feel like the fact that he didn't want her to share or talk about it, like that is her story and her experience. That could be a way for her to get over it. I don't think you can get over it, but cope with it or deal with the trauma, the multiple traumas that she had.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel like he was supportive at all. Like he didn't want to go to the documentary filming, but he wasn't supportive when she wanted to reach out to the teacher. And if he knew the story of the teacher's involvement, I feel like he could have supported that for closure or whatnot.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And then he threw away the picture.
Oh my
He
God.
didn't respect that. Like he didn't help her get help. And he didn't care. He only cared about himself.
I was so angry with the picture because I'm like, he saw it like a non-issue. Like, what's the big deal? It's just a photo.
Do you think he knew the whole backstory of the photo? Did he know it was the one that she took like from the guy's room and the whole thing behind it? I don't remember if they said that.
She talked about it.
Yeah, I think that he knew that story, and I think that when he, saw the picture when he took it to, do the coke on, and then I guess somebody dropped it or whatnot. I think he fully knew, but he thought he could just, if he threw it away, he could make it go away. And then she's, tells the mom that I have the picture and I'd be happy to give it to you, but then it's gone.
Yeah, he was really selfish.
Yeah.
I think she also hid a lot of things from him. Like she wasn't like, I don't think she was really like herself with him. She like she was being someone she thought she needed to be, I think.
Yeah. No, I think so too, because she wanted the perfect portrayal of
right. She wanted that life. She wanted to, have the Nantucket wedding, and she wanted to, be the,
She wanted to say hi. Take off your glasses. Say hi.
Hi.
She was trying to say hi from the floor.
We welcome
That's
babies.
Precious. Yeah. Future book club members.
Yes.
It's crazy how the husband was the one that invited and was pushing for the teacher to come to dinner with them, but then we find out later that he knew that it was her, right?
Yeah, the teacher.
Yeah, that was a weird relationship all along.
It was like, like when a teacher lets you sleep in your house, like
he was also like 24.
Yeah,
but still, like that's still like she was 14.
Yeah, but she had just been raped. I feel like he was 24 and he didn't know what to do. Like she didn't want to go to the police. She didn't let him call her family, so he didn't want her to go back out there the way she was. Like I'm guessing.
Yeah,
he should have just driven her home.
Yeah, it was really weird.
It was weird.
And didn't they like almost kiss at one point?
Not when they were young.
No, later on when they met for lunch or something.
No, they did kiss. Didn't they kiss?
They did.
Yeah, they did.
That was a weird dynamic.
They just stopped it before it went any further, but
Well, I think she wanted it, right? I mean, she was, I think, very attracted to him. Even, when they met, she wanted to have lunch with him or whatever before on the filming day. And, I think she was very much interested in pursuing him. And she was just as excited to see him as he already knew about her, because he was the financial planner, right? Or
he was a client of her.
Something like a client of his. Yeah.
Yes, client of his. And he was a financial planner, right? Or financial guy. Yeah.
I think she just felt a connection to him because he knew her, like he knew what she went through, and he was, he was supportive.
I think so too. Like she liked him when she was in college, but in high school, but then he was like her safety net. Like he knew everything they went through, and he tried to save her a few times, like reporting it to the school and stuff.
Exactly. He knew
that. Well, he got fired because of the whole thing. Because Dean's family got him fired.
Yes.
Still trying to wave to you.
Okay, throughout the book, the way Annie is identified changes, especially when they call her different nicknames. When they call her Annie or Finny or her full name. What do these names indicate about her and how she relates to herself and others? And like, do you think her identity changed throughout?
She tried to make it change.
Yeah, she tried, right? She tried to be someone else.
So sophisticated. I'm Ani now. I'm not Tiffany. Whatever the whole thing was.
Is that Annie? Annie?
Yeah, and like corrected. Like it's not Annie, it's Ani.
Ani.
Corrected.
Yeah. But I didn't like her at the beginning of the book. Like, I was like, oh.
I don't think I really liked her ever.
I started feeling for her, more once the book, progressed, and how the kids were treating her and how she wasn't accepted. I started feeling for her more, At the beginning, I was like, this chick is crazy. All she cares about is being a size 0. But I felt for her after.
I agree. I didn't think in the beginning.
I don't think she really, fully accepted herself at all at any point in her life. She never really knew her place. She really didn't really find her groove, Yeah. She was just trying to see where she fit in, and she didn't really feel like she really fit anywhere.
She also had like repetitive trauma. Like that's hard, especially like in high school when you're trying to figure out who you are.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
she's like raped multiple times, like gangbanged the first time, basically. And then the school shooting.
I was in shock when I was reading that. I was like.
And then actually still liked Liam after that, even knowing that he raped her. Like she was still seeking his approval, and that was like such a weird part for me.
But that's where you see that her self-esteem was really low, like non-existent.
Well, I think initially, when she came to the new school, of course, she wanted to fit in with the cool kids. And even though the ones that were the nerdy guys and, Arthur, originally accepted her into their group. And then ultimately that was, I think the catalyst when she left their group and went to the popular group. I think that was part of the catalyst for the whole shooting incident.
Yeah.
Why do you guys think they didn't elaborate more on the other guy?
Ben?
Was it Ben? Yeah. All you ever heard is that there was a rumor that him and Arthur did something like at a party, right? And
I think it's because
it's a little bit, but he wasn't like one of the big characters to then come back at the end. That was like, oh wait, Ben. Yeah, I remember.
I agree, but I think it's because it was like her story. Like she was the narrator for most of the parts of the book, and she never met him.
That makes sense, and she didn't know him. I didn't even think about that way. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm wondering why the author wouldn't have made him a character. Or is this based on something that actually happened? I think I read that.
Is it? No, I don't think
that. If it is.
Maybe.
But I think the author works at at Cosmopolitan, and she does articles with Self. So then I was like, I haven't really looked into it, but I was like, is this her?
No, she used to work at Cosmopolitan.
I don't think it's her, but I think
I had to research
at the end of the book or something that there was a story like that happened, and that it intrigued her. So she was like, use that as research. Yeah. So maybe that's why she never made him a character.
Okay. What do you think of her mom?
Mom.
Everybody laughed.
I don't even know the word.
I don't know.
I'm glad she's not my mom. That's what I think.
I thought she wanted her to be like the most popular girl in the school and buy her all the, perfect clothes and how she looked. And I don't think she really cared like about how she was
and
actually.
she cared about the car that she drove. Like it was all about appearance and everything. Like, yeah. Like it wasn't so much like, oh, this is what I want for you because I want you to have a good education. Like it was just all about like appearances. And then even with the rape thing, like she never even really like helped her or like was like, oh, you were drunk. Like,
yeah, no support.
She kind of blamed her for it. That was gonna be my next question. Yeah. How do you think she reacted to that news? Like she wasn't a supportive parent. Well, neither one of them, because her dad was kind of MIA.
He was more absent, or left the mom to deal with it. And I don't think the mom had the emotional capacity to be able to support her like she needed to be supported after, the things that happened. I mean, her mom was all about, wanting her to be elevated into the proper group and go to the proper stores to shop and even carried through to the adulthood. I mean, her mom was so thrilled about, her engagement to Luke and the wedding and, wanting to be involved in that. And I think her mom was probably more devastated when it canceled than, her fiance.
Yeah. Yeah. And she was like, don't mess this up. And like,
right. Instead of being like, do what makes you happy. And like, if this is not going to make you happy, her mom's like, you have to marry him. Like, how that's going to be part of society,
And like, didn't the dad in the beginning when she transferred schools, didn't she get to Bradley because her dad taught there?
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that.
Like he was connected to the school somehow, and I just kept wondering, like, why don't they mention him again? Like, does he know these kids?
They really didn't talk a lot about him, especially in the beginning. I didn't even know if he was present or if he was involved in their life or not.
Yeah, I didn't know.
But she had to leave the other school. What, did she get in trouble for something?
She was smoking
pot with smoking, yeah.
And
she got like completely expelled or something for it.
What did dad do? I don't remember the dad at the beginning.
I just remember the beginning, and I'm like, wasn't it him that they were talking about? He was involved with the school somehow.
I don't know. I don't think the dad was a teacher, right? I don't think so.
I remember now.
I'm not sure. I mean, I think, Annie or Anne, tried to cope the best that she could. But I mean, it was very, very traumatic. I mean, not only, the physical abuse, but the emotional abuse of, being outcast and, just the dynamics of, Mean Girls. I mean, it was kind of, she wanted to go to the party in the first place because she was trying to be accepted. And then, of course, she drank too much and, and then the boys, raped her and nobody really still came to her rescue. They kind of blamed her.
Yeah.
But she was the only girl at the party, right?
Yeah.
Just her.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was kind of, I guess, planned to get her drunk and take turns.
But did she know that initially that she was going to be the only one there?
I don't think so. I think they just said the parents were out of town and they were having a party.
No, I think she knew.
I think she knew
not to tell the other girls.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, they were like.
Yeah, I think but I didn't know. She thought maybe there'd be other people there. I don't know that she thought she would be the girl there.
Yeah, I don't remember that part.
But in any event, I mean, to, you know, I mean, they were just mean girls.
Now, this could happen to anyone, but books like this, it's like a culture shock for me. Because growing up, I couldn't sleep over anybody's house. So that this girl went and slept over, even though she lied and said she was sleeping over a friend that she just met.
Yeah.
Like that would, like, my parents would have been like, "Are you crazy? You started this school. What are you doing, sleeping over someone's house?" And then not even like meeting the parents that supposedly the people she was sleeping over. Yeah. So there's a lot of things that I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, no. What are you doing?
And like at the end, when the cops were investigating her, the fact that she was friends with was it Arthur? And that she had touched the gun and that all those messages were in the yearbook. I kept reading, like, if we were seeing that on the news, we would have said that she was guilty. But it was all like,
stabbed them. I didn't see that coming.
I was waiting for that plot twist.
Yeah.
Like, I thought she was just gonna see it, you know, and like run. But yeah, stab them.
Why do you think her parents weren't letting her watch the media coverage of what happened?
I mean, there was so much that happened and she went through. I don't think they wanted her to like experience it over and over and over again. Plus, they were saying that she was guilty, basically.
They were portraying her as guilty.
Right. So
accomplice, I guess.
At first I thought it was, just like keeping her from more trauma, but maybe her mom or parents also thought maybe she had something to do with it, and or maybe they were already saying that and they didn't want her to see that. I don't know. I thought it was just they were actually being good parents for once, but who knows?
Yeah. Maybe the detectives told them not to let her see it, so it doesn't jeopardize what, you know, her statements and when they go and they talk to her.
If Zoom knocks us off, you guys get back on because it's like warning me.
Why it's 40 minutes only?
Yes. Let me see.
It says 7:39 remaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it telling you too?
Yeah, it says it at the top there.
Yeah.
Where is it? Hold on. Any other thoughts? Any other comments? Did you guys like the book? Or no?
I mean, I liked it. I knew, I was told that there was like a plot twist, so I kept wanting to be like, what is it? I think that's also helped.
I'm very interested in how it's going to play out in the, like, in a mini series. I think it would be a cool show to see.
Me too. I really like that you picked it, that the show's coming out.
Is it going to be a series, or is it just going to be like a movie kind of thing?
From what I've seen on her posts on Instagram, it's going to be a mini series. So
Okay.
like Big Little Lies, like probably like 6 or 8 episodes.
Oh yeah.
I could see it carrying out for that. And I mean, I could see, you know, going at it from, I mean, I think it has all the good elements for like a little docu-series, mini-series kind of thing, because it's relevant with, you know, you hear about, you know, the Columbine shooting, the, you know, kids, how they are in terms of, you know, their social groups and wanting to fit in. And so, I mean, I think it will be, you know, very popular.
Yeah.
It made me scared for like all the kids I know. Like, high school was not like this for me at all. I don't know.
I know. I was reading the book and I'm like, God, are kids really this mean? Like, I never experienced any of that.
You need to talk to them about being like train raped or whatever that's called.
There was bullying going on. There was raping going on. Like, it was everything. And then the murders. Like, I'm like, geez, I think that's like everything was in this book.
It does. I think that is. Yeah.
Well, you know, I mean, I have a friend. I mean,
I teach little ones, but I see it in our middle school. I see kids telling other kids, you don't deserve to be alive. You should kill yourself. Crazy things.
That's terrible.
Crazy.
I'm gonna homeschool my daughter.
The pediatrician actually helps me out and tells me what's happening in the world, because even like I didn't know when vaping started. I didn't know about vaping. So my teenager was starting middle school. She's like, have you spoken to him about vaping? I go, what's vaping? Because it had just started, and I'm like, so every year when I go, I'm like, what's new? What's happening?
Like, what do I need to do?
What do I need to know and do?
Yeah.
Can you go talk to him? I'll wait outside.
Get me scared. All of them, like 13 Reasons Why is
Oh yeah,
that was a good one.
That was like,
well, that was even worse than this, I think.
so shocking. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty bad. But I see a lot of similarities with it, you know, the rape, you know, then leading to a suicide or somebody, you know, doing. Oh, there's my little one. I'm gonna mute myself. He's loud.
But yeah, it definitely is scary, and you know, and everything she's gone through, and I don't think she ever thought about suicide, which is good.
And she never really got help, right? Like, or at least I never, like, other than that Anita lady that she talked to in the hospital, like, I mean, at least they never talk about it in the book, like her going to like see someone about all these. I mean, she went through a lot. Not only she was bullied, she got raped by multiple people, and then the whole murders, and she killed the guy. Like, I mean, at 14 years old, that's insane. Like,
I hope we see like a happy ending somewhat in the miniseries.
yeah, I was hoping
you want them to change it.
Get some help. Have you're happily ever after.
I was hoping they would like end it someone like, and I think that's why I think that's why I was a little bit not disappointed, just kind of like there was so much bad in the book. I was like hoping that at the end, like it wouldn't just end, because it just kind of ended,
right.
You know.
But I think, you know, her leaving, not getting married, I mean, that can be viewed, I think, as very positive, because she wasn't gonna, you know, quote, live the lie, or, you know, somebody that didn't support her. She was not going to marry. So in a lot of aspects, I think that was, you know, she was finally realizing that, you know, she needed to be happy herself and not just settle. So, you know, because obviously he didn't believe, you know, or didn't want to talk about what happened to her. He just wanted her to brush it under the rug and just move on with life. And, you know, it obviously still very much was a part of who she is, and he couldn't accept that, and his display of with the photo and throwing it away. I mean, good for her for finally standing up for herself.
Yeah.
I'm glad she didn't marry him, but I'm sad and disappointed that he turned out to be the way he was, that he wasn't supportive. Like in the beginning, I thought he was gonna be like the person to save her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wanted nothing to do with that.
No. Pretend
he
it
didn't even
happen.
want her to talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Does she end up moving in with like her best friend?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
They could have elaborated her a little bit more too.
It kind of ended abruptly, like right after.
Yeah. I was like, oh, they moved in together. Okay. And then
but then, you know, that could be season 2, her new single life, you know, with her, you know, college roommate. I mean, that could be book 2.
Yeah.
And didn't she
love the fact
job? She left the magazine, right? Didn't she leave the magazine?
She went to another one.
That other job they had offered her.
Yeah.
I like the fact that went back to the interview and how she was able to get the footage of what she was talking to Dean about.
Yes.
That was cool. I love that part.
That was great. I'm like,
his confession that he actually admitted to it. Yeah. No, and I'm sure that has to be healing for her in a lot of ways.
Yes.
I'm glad that he, like, not apologized, but showed some remorse for that at the end, and admitted that he was blaming her because he had nobody to blame. Like he was blaming her without remembering what happened.
Yeah.
I still don't know how genuine he was, because like he didn't even want that, like Dean. I don't know like how real he was being when he apologized.
Doesn't matter what.
The what?
I don't think I could ever like him, even if it got his thing shut off.
Yeah, it was, and then he was like, oh, I have a book, and like he was doing it, I feel, for like himself.
Supermodel, right?
Yeah.
Like, pretty wife. Isn't he even having a kid? When is he having a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kid, I think.
Yeah, but
He was
he was
pregnant at the time.
absorbed. Yeah.
Well, he was using his paralysis to, you know, make a living as a motivational speaker.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, going around overcoming tragedy, whatever. When in reality, I mean, part of the reason that he ended up like that was his own actions.
Yeah.
You know.
All of those guys, all that group seemed very self-centered.
Yeah.
And then she ended up attracted to a man just like that.
When they killed Liam, I was like, okay, things got real now.
That whole part of the book,
that was crazy.
At first, I thought she was dreaming or something.
I was like,
yeah,
I could see. I was like, oh, I was like cringing. It was very descriptive.
It was so detailed in the script. Yeah. So that's why I was like, at first, I was like, I got so confused when she was like, oh, everything went dark. And I'm like, is she dreaming this? Like, and then I'm like, oh no, this is really happening. Like, because it was so like descriptive.
Do you think, was it Ben that shot Liam? Do you think if she would have stayed with Liam at that classroom, like he had told her, I think, let's go this way, let's go into this classroom, and he ended up getting shot there, do you think Ben would have shot her too?
I think they would have killed her.
He didn't know her.
Ben didn't know her, so he
Oh, true. But Arthur would have.
Who is the one that she was helping till the end? Was it Dean and then he survived, or was it Peyton that she was holding his head in her lap? Peyton.
Oh no.
Oh, but he died.
Yeah.
No, that was the one that he actually held. Wasn't that Liam?
That was I thought it was Peyton, and then he died from the smoke.
It was Dean, Liam. Who was the other guy?
Peyton.
Yeah.
And he died
the girl
from
that he was with at the end, that she ran out and
the shark.
Who was she? I don't remember her. Like,
she was there the whole entire
outcast in the high school.
Yeah,
she was always nice. Like even on the first day of the high school, I think it was like Arthur, Shark, and that accepted her to sit in that weird little table.
When I got to that point, I'm like, who is this? I don't remember her at all from the beginning.
I picture her like the weirdo that knows everything that's happening in school, but like doesn't have any friends.
Well, everybody seemed to like her though. It was like she, for some reason, like everybody got along with her.
But she was like kind of outcasted. Like they didn't invite her to anything.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
That's the teacher in you.
Invite everybody.
Okay, for the teachers, how would you handle this if you knew that there was like train rape happening in your school?
Report it.
Like if you were the what is his name now? The teacher, the
Andrew, no, Anderson or something.
Yeah, I hope that I would.
Larson, him.
I would definitely call the police if I was in his shoes at that point, and have them deal with the whole incident. Even if she didn't want, she's 14 years old. She doesn't know what she wants. I didn't know what I wanted at 14, and I just got raped. And you think the teacher's gonna listen to me? No. Yeah. But that's why
that's when the teacher becomes Mama Bears.
Yeah. I'm like, no.
I think if it wouldn't have been him and it would have been an older, more experienced teacher, it would have been different.
Yeah.
I think he was like a kid.
Yeah, definitely. And he was the one that all the girls thought was hot, and
Which kind of sucks also, because then they assumed something happened. Like he was trying to protect her from all that, and it was like, oh, you slept at his house, or he's involved, and assume the worst. And meanwhile, he was, in a sense, the only one protecting her from that, or there for her.
But then he disappeared from the story for a while. Like he left.
Well, they didn't say
he left the school.
He left the school.
They just said that he
must have been kicked out. I mean,
you don't hear about him again.
He said at the end that when that he would have stayed longer. He wanted to be a teacher just because he wasn't done with like his college experience and freedom. But he said he would have stayed longer, especially after he knew that they had the shooting. but was it Dean's parents?
It was Dean's parents, yeah.
Got him fired.
Because he knew too much. And
he was against his son. Yeah. It's like money gets you freedom.
Crazy.
I think he'll be back in the miniseries and something's gonna happen between them.
Made for TV drama.
You're like rewriting the story.
It's like a Lifetime movie.
Yeah.
Love it.
I know. My husband's always like, you girls all love these Lifetime movies where the girl ends up with the guy that's already married to someone else. I don't understand. It's like, oh my God. I know, but I'm like, it's so cute.
He's not happy. He's happy now.
I know. It's like, you shouldn't want this. Like, you shouldn't want him to just hear like,
it's a movie. It's okay.
It's so bad. Yeah. It's like, we would never want him to cheat in real life, but like,
it's a movie.
But it's like, they're supposed to.
In the book, I wanted her to stay with him, with the teacher.
Same.
Yeah, I agree.
I thought it was gonna happen outside that restaurant. I was like,
for sure.
I did too, because he was like her safety net.
Oh, if they wouldn't have didn't the mom show up at the restaurant?
Yeah.
With the aunt or something?
Yeah.
He came to get the reservation instead or something.
It probably will happen in the Netflix version.
There you go.
What did Ali say?
That it probably will happen in the Netflix version.
That they get together?
Yeah, there's gotta be some sort of like
drama. And then
I know that they keep rewriting the script. I follow her on Instagram and they keep rewriting the script.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I asked if she could join us, but I guess because they're in the middle of that, it didn't happen.
When is it supposed to come out?
I started following her too.
2022. She like just got to Canada last week. She's been quarantining before they can start filming. And they're gonna say who the characters are soon. Like who the actors are. Do you guys?
So what's our next book?
Wait, do you guys like the back and forth of the two timelines?
I don't mind. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's been happening a lot recently.
I feel like every book is like that.
Yes.
Oh, that's happening.
Like, I want to read one straight through.
Yeah, sometimes I have to go back a line or two when I start reading something if they don't specify who, like a name. And
what
I'm like,
time?
wait. I was reading it as somebody else. I have to go back and read it like it was this person, you know?
Timelines confuse me sometimes.
But it was good.
I feel like that's like the trend. All the books are like that now.
I just finished this book today that was like that. I hope it's not the book you're picking.
Which one?
Oh, you can't see it. The last thing he told me. Let me take a
No, but I do want to read that.
Oh man, it's so good. I'm gonna take a background. Can you see it?
Yes.
We can see it there, yeah.
So good. Really good. It started off slow too, and I'm like, damn, another one. But yeah, like 50 pages.
What is it? The last thing?
The last thing he told me.
Yeah, I thought this book was going to be way more about the wedding and society and her job and all that, not so much high school stuff, but it was good.
I liked it.
Rhonda, do you mind reading high school stuff? Do you like it?
Oh, I mean, my personal preference is, I like historical fiction.
Okay.
But
our other one, our last one, what was it? American Wife?
American Wife. It was like
that was long. Yeah. I think they could have half that book out and
that last part they could have made it.
It was that one was hard for me to read.
Yeah, that needed to be condensed. Yeah. Any other thoughts on this one? Do you guys already want to know what the next one is? Are you done with this?
Wait, so I want to, Michelle, what I was telling you earlier through text about the shell was like at the end of the book, right? Because Michelle's like, I can't remember this. I'm like, I misread it or something.
I thought it was part of the photo.
Maybe it was, and that's why I was confused. Like she finds something under the sink, and I thought it was like a green shell. Oh, and then she takes that into the bathroom at the wedding.
The frame.
Oh, okay. And she takes that with her into the bathroom at the wedding, and she's holding onto it and like breaking it, and that's when she, I guess, breaks up with him. But I was like, wait, what does this green shell mean? Okay, so it was part of the frame.
Yes, it was
that something that he threw it away or something, but
because I thought she
photo
gave it to Arthur's mom.
Well, she said she would. That was the picture when her and Arthur had their fight, and she took the picture of Arthur and his dad. And
that I remember.
Frame was the seashell frame. And so she had it all these years. And then when her Luke, right? When he was doing cocaine for his bachelor party, they used that picture to do the lines of cocaine, and then someone broke it. So he threw it away.
But did he tell her that initially when she asked him?
No.
Where is it? She's like, I don't know where it is. And then when she finds the shell is when he admits that.
Right. That's the thing. When she went for her interview, that she met with Arthur's mom, I thought she gave her the picture.
She said she was going to.
She was going to. Her mom. The mom asked for it. Like, she was like, "Oh, I've been looking for that," and she kind of actually like gets really upset that she had it.
Yeah, exactly.
It was dumb for her to take it.
Well, they were in a big fight.
Yeah, I'm like, what was the
point? It was silly, but she should have given it back.
Guess they could have emphasized his relationship with his father a little bit more and explained it so much if the picture was going to be so important, you know? Like, give a little bit more background about him and his dad and why.
Well, I think she knew that he and his dad, you know, the dad left, and, you know, his parents divorced, and that was really the only memory or the only memento that he had of his dad. And so she knew that it was important to him. So when they were fighting, I mean, when you're, 13, 14 years old, you want to take the most hurtful thing that you can. So she took that, I mean, probably not realizing she would never be friends with him again. She'd give it to him next week, but then they never, reconciled. So she carried it around all these years. And
now, how long do you think after the fight that they had was the actual shooting?
It felt like a few days. I don't know if that
timeline on that I wasn't sure about.
Was that whole thing 1 year, like the one school year, the same school year?
I think it was all
right. That they were hanging out all the time at his house and eating a lot of ice cream and junk food, and they were like all being at slam book. They had like slam books, right? They were like writing about.
Yeah, on the yearbook, I think they it made it seem like on the like crossing people out.
Yearbook, or something.
Did you guys like Arthur initially? Because I did.
I did too. Yeah.
Like I did.
Yeah, he was okay.
It was kind of funny,
He was kind of a nerd. He was a nerd and just trying to get through, and seemed to be very accepting. I mean, he welcomed her when no one invited her into the group.
Yeah.
Initially when, all the cool kids, of course didn't know who she was or, weren't about her as the new kid. And he, so I felt, he, and then he, I guess when she ran track, she would run to his house.
Yeah, after. And he was very comforting. Like there was a scene that after the whole rape that he told her that he knew that everyone in the school was talking about it. And he asked her if she was okay. And I think they went to his house shortly after that. He was so comforting.
I think he was defending her from the teacher, no? Because the teacher said something to her and then he was defending her and he ended up getting expelled.
Yeah, and that's when he got expelled, and that's when he went crazy.
That's when he went crazy.
Because I never saw that coming. I thought he was
another time where they were talking about that he told her that they were talking about her too.
Like I think having a gun and pulling it out was odd, but I just thought it was like a kid messing around, even though you don't mess around with that. But I didn't take it as a sign that he was a killer.
It was just
I never thought.
I did not.
I always got a weird vibe with him, like he wasn't genuine with her.
You did?
Yeah.
I didn't. I thought he was so nice.
I don't know. I feel like even the way they would talk, I felt like he was just trying to get information from her and just like pretend like he was like the best friend, but just really because he wants to I don't know. I felt like he had a hidden agenda with her.
Well, he did at the end.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't fit what we are told in the media that a school shooter, like the traits to look for, or that it could be like he wasn't as much of an outcast. He was, but he had friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he was nice to her. Usually they're more isolated.
Yeah, but they always said that he was gay and that he, did.
I found it. I found it,
right? Or was it Dean?
That what?
Did Dean make it up that they did it?
I don't know. I don't think
rumor. They had said it was.
They never really specified, right?
No, I think
He
they
said it was a rumor, but we really don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
Gotcha.
I found it interesting when the cop said that they did the psycho analysis from his hair and that he like surpassed it. I didn't know that was something you could do. Like that he
From
had
his hair?
Was it like his hair test or something that he like for psychoanalysis traits or something? Did I misunderstand that?
Yeah, for being
He
a
had,
psychopath,
like,
but
Has the charts and like the traits for that, and that they get close to somebody to get information to like retaliate. And that's why he used Ben too, because he was away.
but I don't remember anything about the hair. I just thought they asked them some questions, I guess.
Maybe the hair thing was
that was another book.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I don't know. But
I don't know,
fact that he was going to
test and that
Ben,
he, like was off the charts, like in being crazy, a psychopath.
No, I don't remember.
I don't know. I mean, that would be great if like they could go plugging everybody's hair out to know who's a psychopath and just put them away.
Okay, maybe that part is wrong, but the fact that he was like off the charts.
Yeah, maybe some.
Well,
sort
he
of
was
test that they
super
did on him.
manipulative because he went to Ben all the time and he made him even like he made Ben fake the fact that he was well enough to get out.
He was like his front.
Right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Arthur definitely wanted to do it more than Ben.
Yeah.
He was the mastermind.
I feel like these two are cooking or something. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, they're totally cooking. Making dinner.
You guys, what are you guys doing over there?
Sorry, we're making dinner.
I'm like, I think they're cooking.
We're listening
to all the teachers out there. Who else is a teacher?
Christy.
Where do you teach?
At Pancras Elementary.
Oh, nice.
Where do you teach?
Somerset Bay, an academic school, but it's in the neighborhood. I'm close by. I'm over there by Killian.
My kids are in an academic school.
Yeah, nice. I like them.
Could do for the cilantro and onion.
But Pinecrest Elementary is public, right?
Public, yeah. The non-charter one.
Non-charter Pinecrest. You guys finish tomorrow too? Is your last day?
We finish tomorrow, but then we have the 5th grade parade is on Thursday morning.
Which is the teacher planning thing?
The teacher planning day, yeah.
I got you. So you teach 5th?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
Virtual, but at school.
Any other thoughts? Go. Last comments. No, I don't want to keep you guys like 2 hours. No?
Am I the only one with the Kindle?
No, I'll take a picture. You're gonna hold it up? Okay, hold on. Wait.
Yeah, go.
Wait.
Mine's disappearing.
The Kindle's over there.
Yeah. Hold on, wait. Okay. Smile.
Oh wait, mine disappeared again.
Go. Got it.
Like, did you get it?
I got it. We can do it again.
You got it with my son in it for
We'll
sure.
do it again. We'll do it again.
I'm gonna take off this background. Hold on. I don't know how to do it. Okay.
One more time. Ready?
Oh, he's in it again. Go.
Got it. Okay.
No, I'm in your room. Say hi. Say hi.
Lock my door so nobody can come in.
So the next book, any guesses? You want to know?
No, but yeah, let's tell us.
I won't guess because I know.
Most Beautiful
the most.
Club.
I haven't read that one.
It just came out last month. And ready? Chanel's coming to our book club meeting.
Awesome.
So she'll be
I
joining
haven't read
us.
the second one. We
You
read
don't
the
need
first
to.
one.
You don't need to. It's a standalone book, but one of the ladies in it is related to them, but like way early.
Okay. It's not like
Fangirling right now.
sister.
I love her. I have it in my
calendars.
beach bag.
Huh?
I have it in my beach bag to take to the Keys tomorrow.
Oh, perfect.
I know.
So
Well, and I'm reading
about-
The Last Train to Key West right now.
that one is
Oh,
really
that
good.
was good.
I haven't read that one. I
Is
read
that
it.
the second one?
No, the third.
Oh my god. I only
How do
read
you
the
like it,
first
Rhonda?
one.
I only read
Well,
the first one too.
Yeah, I just started it like 3 days ago.
It's
So-
really good. I had no life for
I
2
liked it
days.
a lot.
Yeah, I like her writing, so I'm excited about that.
It has some good plot twists. And how far are you?
I'm just very early because I've just read it like, I don't know, page 60 or something.
Okay. The relationship between the waitress and her husband,
Uh-huh.
when I first started reading it, one of my friends was a little bit ahead of me, and I kept texting her, does this change? I cannot read this for another 300 pages.
Right. How
really
awful
good.
he is.
Yeah, that was a really good book.
Well, she hasn't had the baby yet. She's like due any day. So,
Well, the whole book takes place in like 24 hours, I think, or a few days, because they're
Oh,
preparing,
okay.
they're preparing for the hurricane, so it's not
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
a
it's a
long
few
yeah.
days, yeah.
right.
but there's some good.
Yeah. I'm excited, but I'm excited for this one too.
Mark your calendars because it's July 20th, so we have a shorter amount of time.
I have time now.
She will be
That's
joining me.
that's the day we're going to do it.
Yes, that is like a for sure date because she's already scheduled.
Okay, awesome. That was nice when she was, because that was the first one, right? When she joined us.
Yeah, well, were you here when we did with Emily Giffen, The Lies That
Oh,
Bind?
that's the first one, I think.
No,
was the
I didn't
first
know.
one.
I missed that.
Okay, that was the first one, and then she came the second one, and then the other two I
Okay.
haven't been able to get.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, I'm excited.
She's joining us. She's really nice. I feel like I know her, but I don't know her. I just stalk her online.
I'm sure you'll have a big group.
I hope so. I feel like when there's an author, more people come.
Well,
and a lot of
it's a new
people were
book.
at her other book. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
No,
a lot of people that had read this one before that said they were going to join, but I don't know if it's like the end of the school year and that's why I extended it, but
This is a rough week.
yeah.
My best
There's a
friend
handful of people that read it that are not on today.
My best friend and her mom both
Rough
read
week.
it. I told them to read it and they didn't come to the book club.
But they read it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get,
like,
you know,
join. And they joined and then they read it and they didn't come.
Tell them to join.
I'm trying to get Asleen, you know Asleen,
Yes.
to join.
She doesn't like to, no?
She couldn't for this one, but I think let's see, I'm gonna try to push her for the next one.
The next one will be fun. I'm excited. I like it when the authors are here because it's nice to get their input.
It's fun, yeah.
Well, and I think too, because it's a new release book, not too many people will have read it already.
Yeah.
So it'll be fresh. And, if we can all remember the characters,
Yes.
That's a problem. I read so much and then I have to let it go because I can't retain it all.
Yeah.
I got to move it out for the next book.
It's like TV. I laugh. My boyfriend laughs at me because we'll be watching a show and I'm like, why do I know their names while I'm watching the show? But when I want to talk about it while we're not watching, I don't remember their names. I'm like the doctor, the main guy with the girlfriend.
Yeah. Super excited, guys.
Thank you guys for joining. Anybody have anything else they want to share or say?
Thank you for hosting.
Thank you for hosting.
I want to know what you guys are making for dinner. What are you making over there?
Would you like to get the tour?
What are you doing?
Okay, hold on.
Oh, let's see.
I'm making mango salsa.
Yum. You guys have a total like dinner party going on over
Yeah.
there.
Seriously.
What are you making? Tacos?
Are those bottles?
Burritos?
Tuesday.
Nice.
Next is margaritas.
Yeah.
Is your whole book club gonna join us for the next one?
We're coming over.
This is our book club. Oh, here you're saying?
Yeah.
We did book club live in person. Suzanne signed on for a second from her phone on her way, and then she just did it live in person.
Oh, that's who signed off. I'm like, someone was on for a second. Hi.
She was on her phone, but then she got here.
So I work with Allie, who's in that group. The rest I don't know in person, but they have their own book club and they've joined us for our books, but they read their own stuff too.
Love it.
Or I used to work with Allie. She doesn't work with me anymore as of a week ago.
Oh, Allie.
What?
You're no longer working.
I said, I used to work with Allie. I said, I work with you. I don't anymore.
I know. We'll always work together.
Yes. Well, thank you all for joining.
Okay.
Mark your calendars for July 20th. That will not be changed.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Enjoy Taco Tuesday.
Thank you.